Hey Internet, Eric here. Got an Is It Worth the Hype video for you guys today. What that is I take a film that I'm late to the party seeing, and everyone seems to be talking about, and I see if it's worth all the hype it's getting, all the praise, whether it's made a lot of money at the box office, critics loved it, I guess you would say the audience or the public loved it, mixture of three, however, and I see if it's really worth all the jazz that people are giving it. Now, this is a prequel to a film I already discussed. I actually did an Is It Worth the Hype video on X, and the movie X, and didn't like it. But everyone is saying, Eric, watch this one, watch this prequel. It has not, you don't really have to enjoy X to enjoy this. Ty West is great, Mia Goth is great, blah, blah, blah. So let's find out, in my opinion, if Pearl is worth the hype. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 2022, and the basic plot of it is a prequel to X, and we are following Pearl, played by Mia Goth. Pearl was the very old lady from X who was doing all the killing. And this takes place in the early 1900s, 1910s, during World War One. And Pearl is living on a farm with her very, very, very strict German mother and her invalid father. Her husband is away at the war, and she's just dreaming of a new life. She wants to make a life in motion pictures and become a famous person while dealing with the loneliness of not being with her husband. Now, concerning the hype, because I like to do a little talk here, made for 4.8 million, made 10.1 million, so that's still pretty decent. When it comes to, let's see here, the critical response, Rotten Tomatoes says 92% based on 211 views. Let's see here, Metacritic, 76 out of 100. Audiences polled at CinemaScore gave it a B minus, and a 75% overall positive score. And even filmmaker Martin Scorsese was impressed by the film, calling it mesmerizing, and it was powered by pure, undiluted love for cinema. So, and again, a lot of people, at least in my circles, said that, Eric, even if you didn't like X, you would like Pearl. Let's get into it. Mia Goth as Pearl. I don't get it. As you can tell, all right, I'll just fucking say no. I didn't like this movie. Mia Goth as Pearl. She's okay. Nothing fucking special. I didn't get why everyone was mesmerized by her performance, aside from the one scene when she's telling her friend, like she's confessing to having an affair, and murders and this and that. That scene was good. The rest of it, I don't care. It's her riding around on a bike, taking a bath in front of her invalid father, arguing with her mother, and if I gotta see that gif of her one more time yelling about how she wants to be a star when she breaks down because she wasn't chosen, um, for the part in the movie or whatever, I can't do it. So she's in the movie, I guess. Other actors, her mom, the actress who played her mom, was pretty good, being this stern, by the book. You live here, you do things by our rules type of actress, type of character. The dad just sits there in a wheelchair. What other characters are there? Really, there is the projectionist at the movie house that she has an affair with. He's fine. And there's the actress who gets the part that causes Pearl to snap and kill her at the end. She's fine, but I just don't get it. Yeah, like one thing I'll say about this, the movie was not boring, so it is a step above X. But this movie was just fucking stupid. I was interested in the beginning. She's walking around her farm, and it's a prequel to X, so we're learning about why this woman's so psychotic, and she just kind of is. She's kind of like a serial killer. Starts abusing animals. She impales, I think, a duck or a goose on the farm and feeds it to the alligator or crocodile. That's there at the farm in the swamp. So there's your little nod to that, and it's going to be used, the gator. So we're seeing how she's kind of psychotic. Okay, we know she kills people in X. Let's get this started. And then we see how psychotic she is because she's riding home from the movie theaters and she goes through a cornfield and she bumps into the scarecrow and she fucks it. Like she knocks the scarecrow down, she straddles it, and she fucks the thing. Why do we have a scene like that? That I don't get it. Is it just to be edgy or shocking? I don't care. There's some scenes where she has to help take care of her father, like giving him the medicine and feeding him and this and that. And I get a lot of it's to show how rough she has it, which I get. Trust me, I know what it's like to be a caregiver. And then there's scenes where she's always bathing in front of him. Is she wanting to get naked in front of her dad? I don't know why dad can't just hang out in the living room for 20 minutes while she bathes. That's just weird and stupid. Her obsession with the movies, like I like how it started. It starts off with this graphic here. See how it's like the old timey MGMs. So I kind of get the feel for it, and it just again it interests me. It pulls me in, and then we get scarecrow fucking. Um, we get the scene where she eventually gets tired of the abuse. She wants to kill her father. She's gonna feed him to the gator. Then mom catches her, so she's got to stop that. So that was a tease that of something that could possibly happen. Um, there is eventually a confrontation between her and her mother, and the mother is burned severely, and the body is hid in the basement. Dad eventually dies. Uh, I don't remember what happens to the projectionist because I just lost interest because of how I just I don't get why people are saying Ty West is so good. Ty West is great. Mia Goth is good in this movie because again, there was really nothing to it for me, and that's the problem. It was her wanting to go to Hollywood and just dealing with a hard life, but I didn't care about her because I think they made her too weird. If Ty West is such a great director, why is it during one of the bathing scenes that she's having in front of her father, her hair is all covered up in shampoo, and we have a shot on her face, and then directly right after that, we have a shot from behind where we get to see her dad, and her hair is completely clean. If Ty West was so great, he would have noticed something like that in the editing. Anyways, and then we get the scene where I like the concept where she's performing for these people, trying to get the role in the movie or play. I don't remember. And she is seeing the judges, but then eventually she's seeing the face of her mother with the burns and stuff like that. That was cool. She doesn't get the job. She doesn't get the part. She has that stupid ass breakdown that we've always seen. But I'm gonna be a star. Everybody's fucking seen it. I don't care. Dumb. She finds out that her friend gets the part, and after she confesses to all the crimes she did and having an affair on her husband, then she chases her friend with an axe slowly, hacks her up, feeds her to the gator. Husband comes home, and it's just Mia Goth sitting there at the table with that dumbass fucking smile that we keep seeing every time we see this movie, and it goes on and on and on. I think she's smiling for at least a minute and a half during most of the fucking credits. And poor Mia Goth, I think Ty West just had her keep smiling and wouldn't yell cut. And eventually she starts crying. I don't get it. I'm sure she's crazy. Didn't like this movie. And the main problem is, what does this have to do with X? Why did we need a prequel? Well, you know what? It's kind of interesting. We could have had a prequel. Why is this fucking old bag killing everybody in X? And this accomplished nothing. It accomplished nothing. Now, if you took out the whole I want to be a movie star and she became one, maybe it would have something to do with X. And maybe now she's just an old lady living on the farm and, life has passed her by type of thing. But I just don't get. I don't get the connection between this and that. It could have been a completely different movie. It could have had. It has to me. It has nothing to do with X except it has a crazy bitch named Pearl in it. Did not like it. I don't get it, and that's just me. But is Pearl worth the hype? No, 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 no. Did not like this movie. I didn't hate it. I'll say that I did not hate it. It's a step above X because I said X was boring. This was never boring, but this was just fucking dumb. When she fucked the scarecrow, I'm out. And then it's just all downhill from there. So Will I be watching Maxine? Yes, because everyone else is saying, well, Eric, Maxine is great. Fuck it, why not? It takes place in the 80s. It has something to do with the Night Stalker. Kevin Bacon's in it. Why the fuck not? Worst case scenario, I've wasted my life with 3 shitty movies. I've watched a lot worse. You will find out coming up next week. But is Pearl worth the hype? To me, absolutely not. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Click the bell. All that shit. Comment below. Did you hate Pearl? Did you love Pearl? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me why. What is it about this film you liked? If you agree with me, what is this about this film that you dislike? All that jazz. Coming up next, Patrick and I are returning to Schlockville. We wish you a schlocky Christmas. Every Monday in December, we'll be uploading a video where we've challenged each other to watch a bad movie, air quotes, and give our thoughts. There will be a playlist on both his channel and my channel, Patrick from Half Cheetah Will View. I'm jumping headfirst in to Dustin Ferguson territory. Patrick says he's the worst director he's ever seen. Silent Night, Bloody Night 2. A supposed sequel to Silent Night, Bloody Night, which I did enjoy. But yeah, Pearl, fuck it. Couldn't do it. Cheers.